They are the world's first truly global workers. Across the oceans far from home are 1.2 million seafarers working on 53,000 ships, carry 90% of all our goods in a maritime trade worth $380 billion a year. They are the anchor of international commerce and prosperity. "30 years ago, with the support and funding of the trade unions, the International Transport Workers Federation founded the ITF Seafarers Trust. The Trust is a unique and independent charity dedicated to the spiritual, moral and physical welfare of all the world's seafarers. In all, it has donated almost $200 million to 2,750 projects for seafarers around the world. It's a vital and impressive record, but one that's little known outside the maritime industry.
The world in which we live is a world where people depend upon seafarers for the goods which they consume, but they don't realise just what a crucial industry the shipping industry is. We have a global workforce, we have a global industry, and in order to provide effective help and support for seafarers' welfare, that requires a global organisation. The ITF Seafarers Trust has actually filled an enormous gap.
Communications, the simple human need to reach out and touch loved ones, lies at the heart of Trust programs.
It's of huge value to a seafarer, and we've done surveys of seafarers' needs which consistently put communication at the top, where we're dealing with seafarers who have quite low salaries and who need to contact their loved ones. And they can use either very cheap internet, high bandwidth internet, or they can make a cheap phone call.
This is our chance to talk to our family, that's why we like the center.
And what else is good about it?
It's near on the port, the center, that's why we like it, rather than to go in the city. So we have the chance, it's very near, that's it. I think the Stella Maris, I feel so religious. This center is very religious, because when I'm sitting there, I see some of the Bible, like some of the thoughts from the Bible. So I feel so near with my family, because I'm talking with my family, and when I see some of the thoughts, so it's good for me. They are very hospitable, and then also even the small space, it's okay. For the help of the internet, I'm always feel at home. Especially if I have day off, that is my family time for them.
So can you tell me 1 minute how many cents?
Where are you?
India.
India. To India is ¿cuántos minutos son por minuto? No, 8 céntimos, ¿no? Minuto?
12 cents a minute.
12 cents a minute.
Being overseas is
so hard sometimes.
very expensive.
We're getting sometimes homesick for our family.
Yeah.
But we need to go here to find a job, to be responsible for our job.
I would consider that these are the best for seafarers, because you can use it all around the world.
Valencia also.
Valencia is the world.
Spain. We can call to our family. That's one of the advantages. They give priority for the seafarers like us.
Yeah.
And we also go for internet, just to message for our family, like in Facebook.
This is the expert.
Yeah. We already put the SIM. He already put SIM.
What would you have to do then if the centre wasn't here?
Well, for us it's gonna be disaster, because we have to
look around, expand another money.
Expand for
just to make up some
card,
call.
to make a call, to pay some internet.
Thanks God
just
that there's
some
Stella Maris who can provide us just a simple but so elegant for us to provide some call.
Very helpful to seafarers.
How long are you here in Barcelona?
This time we'll sail in around an hour.
Wow, and what time did you arrive?
Like this night only, early morning, 1 o'clock.
So you've only had 12-hour turnaround?
Yes, that's correct, only 12 hours. Yeah.
So that must be also a big problem for you, yeah?
Yeah. The main problem is we are on ship for many months, like few people are for 9 months, few are for 6 months. So we are socially disconnected from our families, friends. Few people feel like you can say upset or worried about these things, because if there is no facility for like Stella Maris and no facility for calling, then it's like you don't have any other option.
¿En qué forma tú puedes ayudar a los marineros entonces?
Yo, bueno, pues yo vengo con Cristina y los venimos a buscar con la furgoneta y les damos información de la Stella Maris, de todo lo que tienen allí. Y si necesitan que los llevemos a Barcelona, los llevamos, o como hoy, los llevamos a buscar tarjetas si necesitan, o si tienen algún problema, pues como tienen un abogado que les ayuda, si tienen cualquier cosa.
Barcelona's Stella Maris mission has received $120,000 for 4 shuttle buses and computer equipment since 1992. And it's also a great place for a free haircut.
It's okay, or you want it shorter? It's okay, yes?
This is free of charge.
¿Por qué?
Well, this is a service which gives Stella Maris to everybody, mainly to sailors. Free. There are a lot of volunteers here. My job is as a hairdresser. Pleased to meet you, sir. Pleasure.
For the seafarers, ITF and Stella Maris Center is something that goes together. It's not only the economical help from ITF. For me, it's also the human support. The relationship with the people for ITF is excellent. And when they have a project, we try to help them. And when we need their help, they also immediately answer.
The dramatic changing face of seafaring and the challenges facing all maritime welfare organisations are exemplified in Hamburg. The ancient Hanseatic dockside, where mariners could once step off into the heart of the city, has been charmingly preserved in nostalgia. While the futuristic container terminal far across the river Elbe is a world of short turnarounds, hurried 6-hour shore leave, and a scrambled visit to see the sights of the Reeperbahn.
At Eurogate you will see another huge vessel, has a capacity of 11,600 TEUs, one of the largest ships that arrive at Hamburg.
We have had to move with a very, very changing world in shipping. And there have been some events which have changed the shipping industry out of all recognition. 30 years ago, ships were in port for extended periods of time. Seafarers could mostly get shore leave. After 9/11, all that changed. And we're dealing with a very, very different set of circumstances for seafarers now. Also, ships work much, much more efficiently. So it's very small crews on sometimes very large ships. And ports have moved from being in city centres to being on their own in areas of land well outside cities. So all of these make for additional enormous challenges to those who are working with seafarers.
Certainly since 2004, the introduction of the security codes, it means they're hidden behind fences, behind gates, and so the general public don't really see the seafarers and the value and the importance that they have. The basic needs of daily life that you and I who live on the land take for granted, it would be so easy for companies and port authorities and governments for that matter to provide that type of welfare. They don't, that's why we need the Seafarers Trust.
Maritime piracy also remains a potent threat to seafarers, and the ITF Seafarers Trust has responded by giving major funding and its welfare expertise to the newly launched Maritime Piracy Humanitarian Response Programme.
In the last 7 years, we've had 4,000 seafarers held hostage. And for every successful hijacking, it's estimated there have been 10 unsuccessful attacks. The 40,000 that have been subject to arms coming at the ship, fires on board from the explosions and the military attacks on them.
The pirate, they try to attack us. They come on board, but we're lucky because we have an escort from a naval ship from Korea. The big problem when we pass in Somalia, in a pirate zone, that's the very difficult life to transit in Somalia.
In this new, more complex maritime world, the provision of vehicles for seafarers has never been more important.
One of the most important ways of making a difference to seafarers is to provide transport. And the vehicles that we provide, and we give about 30 a year, transport hundreds of thousands of seafarers.
Well, look, it gives me great pleasure to hand over the keys of this vehicle. What is so exciting is that this one vehicle will carry thousands of seafarers, and it's very difficult to think of a better use of about sort of 25,000 euros in giving so much pleasure to so many seafarers. So I have great pleasure in handing over the keys on behalf of the ITF and the ITF Seafarers Trust, and thank you so much for all you're going to do with this vehicle.
Thank you very much.
The ITF Seafarers Trust is wonderful. Having a network of people available for us in centres, in ports all over the world. It's just wonderful. And most of our centres get funding from the ITF Seafarers Trust. If it wasn't for them, I think surely it would have been more difficult for the seafarers, because they need a place where they can relax, where they can feel there's pastoral care, where people reach out to them. And yeah, the Seafarers Trust really do make a difference.
The Dukdalben has received almost $850,000 in trust funding since 1991, helping to make it one of the finest seafarers clubs in the world.
For me, this is the best swimming club because we go all around some part of Asia, America, but this is the place I go. The swimming club is very good because you can enjoy, you can drink. Have too much people coming here because you know, swimming is very long time in the sea, so you come here to enjoy. You just enjoy only yourself.
Odessa, Odessa.
Ukraine's great Black Sea port can be seen as a maritime step back in time.
почти 40 лет. Благодаря ей развивался город. Вот вы видите, ограждено специальным забором слева от вас.
Odessa is a more traditional port of freighters, bulk carriers, and dirty industrial cargoes.
Это комплекс для переработки технических масел. Дальние емкости – комплекс для переработки зерновых, всех видов зерновых терминалов. Строительство планируется окончить в 2014 году.
While the Trust is focusing more resources on connecting seafarers to the digital superhighway, it also remains committed to the network of seafarer centres and missions around the world. More than 100 countries and 550 ports have benefited from Trust funding.
Finita la comedy!
Since the very beginning, there was nothing here, there was empty premises, which was given to us free of charge by the port authorities, and we are very thankful to the port authorities for giving us this opportunity. There was nothing, it was not refurbished, it was quite well old, and we made the refurbishment and we bought new furniture and we put a new equipment here. And we are very thankful to the ITF Seafarers Trust because only thanks to their grants we managed to repair this building twice. First 11 years ago and another time it was 7 years ago. And we receive grants from the ITF Seafarers Trust for minivan, for computer, and the computers are very popular in our club because, you know, connection with home, with their families, possibility to use Skype and to see their children. For seafarers, it's very important. They're very happy because there is someone who can listen to them. I would make a symbol of any seafarer center a big ear. So ear, when you can come and talk, they can reveal their souls and their hearts, and they're happy that there is somebody who is listening to them.
And why do you like the job? Why did you take the job?
I'm a people person, so pushing papers at a desk would be very boring. So I really enjoy meeting new people. Also, my father is the chaplain here, so I've been around ports for a while. He's also a former seaman, so our family kind of seems to have the salty water in our veins. So. What can I meet you?
For the internet?
Right, the internet part.
I think this is one of the best seaman center I have ever seen. Although I am first time in Odessa, I think we have a very good space and we have some good sports equipment. And it's overall the people are treating very well. I think it's a very good place. People can hang out here, can relax actually.
A wonderful place with the wonderful people. You made us smile at least for a while. That's our main goal.
Emerging maritime superpower India has much to celebrate. But the country's 120,000 seafarers still face some of the toughest conditions in the world. Mumbai's historic Royal Bombay Seamen's Society has recently received the first $75,000 tranche of a substantial trust grant to renovate its 19th century home.
He has to put tags everywhere so that
Any place we want to isolate or repair or anything is going to be...
The wiring was in a real shocking state.
This has been a major expenditure. And because these wires these are heavy cables coming right from the ground floor up to the 4th floor. So, and they've all been done.
This is really a very special building, isn't it?
It is. It's a heritage building because we have historical value. When we started the outside, even the cleaning and just, getting the leakages stopped, we had to get Heritage Committee's approval. And it was a kind of not easy to get it, although eventually we found a way around it. The priorities, I would say, right now would be to do up the cafeteria and the common toilets. One of the major items that we need to do is set up a Wi-Fi. Without that timely assistance we got, this building would have, I wouldn't say it would have come down, but it could have just gone bad to worse.
Over 800 kilometers northwest of Mumbai, in Gujarat's Rann of Kutch, lies Kandla, by volume India's largest port. Here in this desert outpost of bulk and general cargo, near the frontier with Pakistan, welfare for seafarers is much needed. For many, Kandla typifies the frontline work of the ITF Seafarers Trust. These must be some of the toughest port conditions in the world over here. Would you agree with that?
The seafarers who come to this port, 70% of these seafarers are from either China, Pakistan, Sri Lanka or Bangladesh. And these people are not allowed to go out of the port for reasons of security reasons. They don't get a shore pass.
Under the inspired leadership of Joseph Chacko, and with an initial grant of $50,000, the Kandla Seafarers Welfare Committee has worked a minor miracle and transformed the lives of thousands of visiting seafarers. Now Joseph is building a brand new seafarers centre. There's an awful lot of rubble here. This must have been quite a struggle for you to get the building work progressed even to this level here.
Yeah, it took a lot of efforts from my side coming to this site on daily basis, like twice, thrice, even on holidays. I keep visiting here, coming to just check the progress. This is the center which will actually look like, this is the place from where they will enter, and this is the internet cafe, and these are the tables where people will be able to sit and have coffee, soft drinks and many other things. Also, we will be providing with education, educating the seafarers on HIV, AIDS and health related issues. People don't know about seafarers. They are, I will say, unsung heroes. They are not like if you look into the aviation part and where the pilots and the air hostess, they are visible. But the seafarers are invisible people. They really work for us. For our daily-to-daily needs are met only because of the seafarers who work and bring in commodities day after day, and they are not seen by the world around. Ship visiting is done on daily basis. We have 2 ship visitors with 2 WiMAX equipments. They go on board, and once they go on board, they set up the equipment over there and make the entire ship Wi-Fi.
Around the world, ITF inspector is here. See, this is telephone number and their email address.
Thank you.
Because we can't go outside for shopping, for everything. So only you can come here and service for us. Chinese people and the India people were very friendly. But hope the government, hope the government give a chance to people to the crew, because crew not terrorists. So I hope we can go outside and make a shopping and learn more from the Indian people.
It is important for you to have internet on board?
Very important, because when we have internet facility here, nobody sleep night time. Nobody sleep time because all the personnel time coffee or lunch time use of internet, and nobody sleep night time. And very important for all seafarer in all world, and we want company provide for us internet inside ship, because ship same jail.
Just like a jail.
We don't have facility, and we are not free. Go outside sometimes. Sometimes we are very busy, and sometimes we are about 3-4 months anchorage, and we don't have communication facility with family and with wife and another thing.
We are planning to have a Wi-Fi, making the whole port Wi-Fi with the help of ITF Seafarers Trust.
Yes.
So we're going to make all the 10-12 ships Wi-Fi at a time, so that you can use till the time you are here.
All crew this ship, like Kandla port, only reason is internet.
Wow.
Only internet. Reason is internet.
We certainly need the assistance of the shipping industry. We need the ship owners, the ship managers, the port authorities, the cargo owners and others to actually realise that there are human beings that transport these materials, and they need certain services.
And we hope, with the introduction of the Maritime Labour Convention of 2006, that more of that charitable giving will actually move into the provision of port welfare levies. So the port authorities are actually supporting the care of the seafarers.
If one day the provision of seafarers' welfare by governments worldwide was so effective, so cross-border, so non-discriminatory in terms of nationality, that there was no more need for the Seafarers Trust, that would be a great day for all seafarers.
Today, as we enter our 4th decade, it's time to shine our light across and beyond the oceans, and celebrate our first 30 years of working for the welfare of the world's seafarers. And to show that the ITF Seafarers Trust matters.